The United States of America can be very different from one state to another, but one thing every state has in common is agriculture. And the farms across America are like the patchwork of a quilt that binds our nation together, and each state is represented in their own unique way.
Hey everybody, I'm Charlie Behrens, and welcome to the Agricultural States of America, where we explore the agriculture from different states and hopefully give you some more appreciation for all the great things that farmers are producing across America. Now today we're headed north to another Midwestern state with a great big sky and an even bigger agricultural industry. I'm talking about North Dakota. Yes, the Dakota that sleeps in the top bunk. Now when I say North Dakota, what do you think of? And please don't say wood chipper.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah. Say farmers. North Dakota has over 26,000 farmers utilizing more than 39 million acres, or 90% of the land for farming. Now, North Dakota is known as the breadbasket of the world. Other states make the same claim, but North Dakota is up to the challenge with a long list of crops yielding big numbers. Now, just for some quick stats, North Dakota produces 39% of the nation's dry beans, and more specifically, 68% of the pinto beans, 84% of the nation's canola crop, 71% of the flaxseed, 45% of the sunflowers, and 19% of rye. That's a lot of fiber. Big thanks to North Dakota for keeping this great nation regular. North Dakota is also the top wheat producing state with 17% of the total U.S. market share, which is significant considering how many major states are growing wheat. Oh, and North Dakota is number one in producing honey as well. In fact, 26% of all the nation's honey comes from North Dakota, where more than 300 licensed beekeepers produce over 38 million pounds of that sweet stuff every single year. Now keep in mind, honeybees are far more important to our nation's food supply than their honey alone. In general, honeybees pollinate 80% of all our crops. As a result, 1/3 of all our food depends directly or indirectly on honeybee pollination. So another way to look at this is that 1 of every 3 bites of food we eat exists only because of honeybees. Now, in one case in particular, the majority of all the honeybees in North Dakota, plus bees from other parts of the Midwest, are transported to California for a few weeks every single year. These bees are used to help pollinate California's almond trees when they are in bloom. Bees can't survive year-round in that part of California, so they then have to be transported back and forth for those specific seasons. It's just like snowbirds. In fact, some people call these snow bees. And by some people, I mostly mean me, but I think it's a good name and it should stay. Anyway, North Dakota is a major grower of soybeans, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, barley, and oats as well. At this point, you may have noticed that I haven't mentioned any livestock production, unless you count the bees. And I know some ranchers from North Dakota are probably scratching their heads right now, but don't worry, I did not forget about you. To be fair, 85% of all egg production in North Dakota are crops, but 15% does come from livestock, and most of that comes from cattle. In fact, North Dakota is home to more than 1.8 million head of cattle. That's more than 2 cattle for every 1 person. Just imagine if those cattle could vote. Now, just to wrap your head around how much beef we're talking about here, and vegans, you may want to put the earmuffs on. Good. Okay, 1 head of cattle is about 2,100 hamburgers. So we're talking about 3.8 billion quarter pounders. That is a whole lot of cholesterol. Now, before we go, I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to North Dakota's pig, sheep, dairy, and poultry farmers, and those ranchers helping strengthen the bison herd. By the way, if you see a bison out and about, don't get too close, or you might not be around to see the rest of these episodes of the Agricultural States of America. They're dangerous, seriously, stay away. All right, that's all the time we have for now, but you can always go to pivotbio.com/agstates, click on the show icon to explore more about the agriculture of your favorite states and test your knowledge to win great prizes and more. I'm Charlie Behrens, and we will see you next time on the Agricultural States of America.